Hello Pisces, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Pisces for the middle of November. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Let's go ahead and let's get a shuffle in here. I'm going to do one more shuffle. I do hope you're doing well, Pisces. Hope things are going good for you. Do make sure that you are subscribed to the channel for future updates from me. As always, all of the links that all of the decks that I use in my videos are linked in the description below this video if you'd like to check them out for yourself. All right, let's go ahead and take a few of those, and then we'll take a few of these, and we'll make sure we're all set up and in view, and then we'll get right into it. Cool. And I think that's looking just about good enough to me for right now. Energy on the bottom, you have the Tower. So the Tower is this idea that there are some things in life that are simply out of our control. The idea with the Tower is that perhaps you are in a situation that is built on some sort of false belief, okay? Something that you thought was secure in your life actually not being secure. That is the idea of the Tower. And it represents that belief collapsing or falling here. That's what the Tower is all about. And so if you really kind of pull back the meaning of the card here and you look under the hood, the Tower is actually a good card because it's a blessing in disguise. Now, does that mean that the Tower is easy to deal with? No, it does not. But my style as a reader is to look at the positive, to highlight the positive things. And the idea with the Tower is that this clears out false beliefs. Okay, this provides you with a way out of a situation that is actually not good for you. That is the idea. And so it can be something that is unexpected. It can be something that feels like an upheaval in your life, or that is quite literally an upheaval. It feels like an eclipse. You know, I don't know about you guys, but the eclipse this year was pretty intense from my perspective. And, you know, it feels like, wow, these are just big things happening, right? When you get the Tower. Now, it can be also described as a blessing in disguise, which I really like. And that's kind of what I was building up to, which is, you know, letting go of a false belief or exposing a false belief is actually a blessing in disguise because nobody wants to live in a house of cards, right? So you do have that Tower on the bottom, but in the current situation, you have the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups Tower. That would be like quite literally a blessing in disguise. Or, you know, the Tower, or the Nine of Cups rather, is like one of the major wish cards in the tarot. Okay, this person here in their small business is holding up their cup. All cups are upright and overflowing. You know, there are customers coming into their pub or whatever business they own here. And for this person, this is the realization of something they've been dreaming of, right? They are completely content. They are emotionally fulfilled. Their wish has been fulfilled too. They are happy. And one of the most positive cards is the Nine of Cups. And so when you get the Tower, you know, with this, you know, for some of you, it's like, wow, all of a sudden, everything I've been kind of looking for kind of appears, right? Well, it doesn't appear, it just kind of comes forward after you've put in hard work. In the problem position, you have the Seven of Wands, which is like standing your ground, right? Sticking up for what you believe in and not letting anyone knock you off your path. This person here is dealing with competition, but competition is a part of success. It comes with success, right? When you get the Seven of Wands. That's this idea. This person is not giving up. They're holding the line and they're sticking up for what they believe in. So when you do get the Seven of Wands, I can, you know, many times I see people maybe having to deal with, you know, workplace drama or people who are maybe being competitive, overly competitive here. But for you, I get a sense that well, okay, so the Seven of Wands is in the problem position. So with the Tower and the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Wands in the problem position, what I would say is, it does seem like there will be some sort of like test that is being given to you here, Pisces. And when that test comes in, it's very important that you do not fall back or that you do not let go. Okay, I would say, many times in these readings, I say, we got to let go, right? We got to let go, which I believe in the power of letting go. But there are times where we got to hold on. We got to hold on. And I think that this is what's going on here with a Tower moment, meaning something, surprising or unexpected. Seven of Wands, standing your ground. Because your wish is probably closer than you think. So hold on in this case. Do not let go. Hold on. Now, in the past, you have the Eight of Wands here. So the Eight of Wands is about good news coming in from a distance or good news coming in quickly. This is a very positive card that can indicate breakthroughs in the tarot. Something moving along, something rushing along or rushing ahead or moving ahead here in your life. It is the idea of the clouds clearing in the background. You definitely love to see the Eight of Wands. If you're waiting, if you're expecting results or you're waiting for results, because it can say that there is good news coming. Now, I almost feel like things have been working out very well for you recently with the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and I think that perhaps one explanation for what is going on here with the Seven of Wands and the problem position and the Tower on the bottom is that somebody sees you doing well and is going to act in a certain way, okay? Now, this is something that you are very capable of dealing with and handling, but many times part of life is like, not everybody wants to see you succeed, okay? That's not the case for everybody, but the truth is that not everybody wants to see you succeed. And I almost get something like this here showing up. Competition is a part of life. And the truth is that some people, especially if you, I don't know, like let's say you work for, you work with a bunch of people and you have a weird vibe about them. The truth is that some people are in a situation where they don't want to be there, right? Like there are always people in the workplace who don't want to be there. And from my perspective, that makes that person bored in their career. And unfortunately, boredom leads people to start stirring the pot. I can tell you this personally, I've dealt with pot stirrers in the workplace and it's not fun. And almost all of the time, those people are bored. And it's almost like something like this is happening here. It's a very specific example, but it's something that's coming into my mind. Now, it doesn't matter because in the future you have this Ace of Swords here. So you have breakthrough after breakthrough. You have these two breakthrough cards showing up with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords, the classic breakthrough cards in the tarot. Both cards you definitely want to see. Ace of Swords, you can see the clouds in the background clearing, making way for something new. The Ace of Swords represents a successful new beginning, or a new beginning down a path that makes you happy, or that is full of victories, that is full of success. It's definitely something that you want to see in the tarot. So it's a very positive sign. Now, in your thoughts here, this is what you can see. This is what you are aware of or what you're conscious of. You have the Queen of Cups. This is you, okay? This is you showing up here. The Queen of Cups, is somebody who's deeply intuitive. They are also very good at connecting with people on an emotional level. They can read the words between the words, right? They're very good at listening, at understanding on that emotional level. And, I think that this is you. I also think that I think you are dealing with a competitive person. And I do think that there's somebody who's a little bit suspect here. Or there's something that's just that feels a little bit off here. And basically, I think you have their number, is what I'm saying. Okay, I think you can read between the lines here. Okay, you have their number, so to speak here. In the subconscious, you do have the King of Cups. So this is interesting. We do have the Queen and the King of Cups. This is a counterpart in the tarot. I just wasn't getting a lot of love energy here. I just wasn't. It is possible that maybe this competition for some of you is around somebody you're interested in. Maybe somebody sees you with somebody and they really are interested in that person that you're with or whatever, right? Like, this is possible for some of you here. But the King of Cups is somebody who is in a negative light. They are somebody who's a little bit controlling, emotionally manipulative. And I only bring that up because we have this idea of competition in the problem position, right? And I'm like looking for another person on the board because intuitively I feel like some of you are dealing with like one person here, and we do have one person in addition to the Queen of Cups, because I'm viewing the Queen of Cups as you and then the King of Cups, okay? So I think there's a significant person in your life, and whatever type of relationship you have with them, be it romantic or work. I don't think everybody this is romantic. I think for many of you this could be work related, maybe even family related. There's like one significant person here in your picture right now that you are needing to stand your ground on. Remember, I said don't let go. This is an interesting message compared to my other messages in that I almost feel like you shouldn't let go in this one. Like sometimes you just gotta put your wand in the sand, so to speak, and draw your line in the sand here and say, okay, this is what I'm doing. And I almost get that feeling for you here. Now, in the staff, in the direction that you are headed, in your current influence, the way that you are influencing the situation, you do have the Death card. This person could very well be a Scorpio, or they could have a Scorpio energy here. The Death card is the sign of Scorpio. King of Cups is a water sign, right? So, but the Death card, though, more importantly here, signifies a change in one's life, okay? This is a major transformation. I don't view this as death and dying. I view this as kind of the old guard rolling out, making way for the new guard, okay? The old ideas being pushed away while the new ideas come in. That's the idea for me of the Death card. It brings about big changes, big changes. It's going from the caterpillar to the butterfly. And, you know, when you get the Death card, the best thing you can do is to roll with the changes, right? Now, I know that this sounds a little bit like I am kind of crossing my words here, because I say on one hand, I'm telling you to not let go. The thing that I'm telling you to not let go on is there's this element of competition here and you being very close to your dream, okay? Being very close to your dream. So don't let go of that. But there is something else here that is changing in the staff position, which the staff is the direction you're headed, as I've said before. And so there are changes coming in the future, and these are changes that you can't really stop. That is the message of the Death card. In the external influence, you do have the Ace of Pentacles, which is a new beginning potentially in the material or in the financial areas of your life. This is the idea of like planting a seed and seeing it grow. Okay, this can also represent you making a sale or making a purchase, making an important investment, signing off on an important contract or document in your life, but it can also just signify new beginnings. I do think that this is connected to your dream here. Again, this new beginning is on the way, as this is in the external. The external is what's happening outside of you, right? And so this is on the way here. But it's almost like you're also having to deal with another thing, right? Like a curveball here showing up. But again, you can easily work through this, okay? You have the tools that you need. This is a very positive reading, just to be clear, especially with the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Swords here as the two breakthrough cards and the Nine of Cups in the current situation. It's like, but I almost see you sort of scrambling around to make sure that, it's almost like the clock's ticking. I'm not trying to put pressure on you, but it's almost like shot clock's ticking down. Like, you know, there's like, you know, 3 seconds left, you know, you got to take the game-winning shot. And it's like, I think you're going to make the shot. Like, I think you're going to win the game. But it's like there's like a mad scramble or a mad dash at the end here. For whatever reason, I feel that for you. In the hopes and fears, you have the Moon card, which is a card that many, if you go online and you look at like the definition of tarot cards, many people will say that the moon's associated with Pisces. I actually associate the moon with the moon, but this could be your energy. I actually think you're the Queen of Cups here in this reading in particular. But your hopes and fears here are at the subconscious level. The moon represents subconscious fears. Some of you here, there's this significant person that's in the background. Okay, this person's in the background here. And I do think that this needs to be dealt with, if I'm being totally blunt and straight up with you. I do think that this person needs to be dealt with if this message is for you. Okay, that's what I feel. In the outcome, you have and you know, deal with this person in the most respectful, positive way that you can, right? Have that conversation with them, do what you need to do. Now, in the outcome here, you do have the Two of Pentacles, which is a change. Okay, Two of Pentacles also represents change, particularly in the financial areas of your life. With the Death card, the Two of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles, this could be a positive change coming into your life, especially with the Tower, something you don't see coming or unexpected. Definitely don't get a bad vibe here because, again, we have these really nice cards in your sort of current situation here. And so, yeah, something to consider. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at these 3 clarifiers. So amazing. So you have the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Wheel of Fortune. So interestingly enough, number 9 and number 10 coming out together here in a pair. So to me, that suggests that things are really progressing for you. Things are moving along. The Hermit is about solitude. It's about finding your guiding light here, or finding your guiding star. And the Wheel of Fortune is about destiny. It is the wheel of your destiny spinning, arriving, making way for something new. It's luck, it's good fortune, it's things pushing ahead. Again, you are blessed with some good luck here, I have to say. And really some sort of like, you're blessed with the opportunity to kind of realize your destiny here with this 9 of Cups, again, being a card, a wish card. Now you have this interesting combination of the Hierophant, which is the old guard, and the Death card, which sees the old guard or the old ideas. When I say old guard, I mean the old ideas pushing away or moving out. The Death card is the new guard. Okay, it's the new ideas. It's the new people. It's the new perspectives. I do have to tell you, at a collective level, people are getting this combination of the Hierophant and the Death card and the Two of Pentacles. People are getting this. And so there is something here at the collective level that's very interesting that's happening. There are some new ideas, I think, coming to the surface here collectively, which seem pretty exciting from my perspective. You have House, Lovers, Main Female, and Change. So I do think that some of you are making some sort of move financially here. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't provide financial advice. But with the House and the Ace of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Pentacles indicating potentially making a sale or making a purchase. I do think some of you are shuffling around like investment accounts, like moving accounts around, doing something, like doing something around that here. Lovers, Main, Female, Change. Some of you have an important choice to make, but an important situation to deal with this significant person. Okay, remember, Queen of Cups, King of Cups. You have a significant person here and you have to kind of work through this at this time, because this person is in the background, and it's like until you square that away, it's almost like you won't fully feel happy. Something like that is showing up. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Really appreciate you, and I will see you in the next reading.